This video is about how our lives have drastically changed since the introduction of soda. The average person's intake of sugar has tripled in the past 50 years. Come to think about it, how often do you drink soda? Do you know what kind of health problems it may be causing you? Carbohydrate sodas like Coke and Pepsi Cola can cause a number of different health problems, such as number 10 on our list is an increased risk of dementia. Dementia is a collective term for declines in brain function in adults. The most common form is Alzheimer's disease. Research shows that any incremental increase in blood sugar is strongly associated with an increased risk of dementia. In other words, the higher your blood sugar, the higher your risk of dementia. Because sugar-sweetened beverages lead to rapid spikes in blood sugar, it makes sense that they could increase your risk of dementia. Rodent studies note that large doses of sugary drinks can impair memory and decision-making capabilities. Number 9 in the list of diseases caused by carbohydrate drinks is the risk for developing gout. Drinkers of sodas are at a higher risk for developing gout. Gout is a medical condition that commonly afflicts people with high levels of uric acid in their blood. People typically experience joint pain and other symptoms such as redness and warmth in the affected joints, including the big toes. Fructose is the main carbohydrate known to increase uric acid levels. There are many large observational studies that have found that sugar-sweetened drinks are linked to gout. Drinking sugary soda is associated with a 75% increased risk of gout in women and 49% in men over the course of 20 years. At number 8 on the list is dental decay. Sugary drinks are well known to cause tooth decay. Soda contains acids such as phosphoric acid and carbonic acid. The acids in certain foods can cause a severely acidic environment in your mouth. This pH level makes it easier for bacteria to cling onto your teeth and decay them. The acid in sugary drinks is harmful in its own, but it's the combination of the two that really causes damage. Liquid sugar feeds bad bacteria in your mouth, and acid content acidifies your teeth, making your dental health deteriorate over time. Sugar-sweetened soda is one of the leading causes of cancer, ranked 7th on the list. Cancer tends to go hand in hand with other chronic diseases like obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. For this reason, it is unsurprising to see that sugary drinks are frequently associated with an increased risk of cancer. One study in over 60,000 adults discovered that those who drank 2 or more sugary sodas per week were 87% more likely to develop pancreatic cancer than those who did not drink soda. Another study on pancreatic cancer found a strong link in women but not men. Postmenopausal women who drink a lot of sugary soda may also be at greater risk for endometrial cancer, or cancer of the inner lining of the uterus. What's more, sugar-sweetened beverage intake is linked to cancer recurrence and death in patients with colorectal cancer. 6 in our list is the risk for cardiovascular disease. Sugar intake has long been linked to heart disease risk. It is well established that sugar-sweetened drinks increase risk factors for heart disease, including high blood sugar, blood triglycerides, and small, dense LDL particles. Recent human studies note a strong association between sugar intake and heart disease risk in all populations. One 20-year study in 40,000 men found that those who drank one sugary drink per day had a 20% higher risk of having or dying from a heart attack, compared to men who rarely consumed sugary drinks. Number 5, the health issue linked with sugary soda is that you may be addicted. It's possible that sugary soda is an addictive substance. In rats, sugar binging may cause dopamine release in the brain, giving a feeling of pleasure. Binging on sugar may have similar effects in certain people, as your brain is hardwired to seek out activities that release dopamine. In fact, numerous studies suggest that sugar and processed junk foods in general affect your brain like hard drugs. For individuals predisposed toward addiction, sugar may cause reward-seeking behavior known as food addiction. Studies in rats demonstrate that sugar can be physically addictive. While addiction is harder to prove in humans, many people consume sugary drinks in a pattern typical for addictive, abusive substances. The disease caused by sodas on the list at number 4 is leptin resistance. Leptin is a hormone produced by your body's fat cells. It regulates the number of calories you eat and burn. Leptin levels change in response to both starvation and obesity, so it's often called the fullness or starvation hormone. Being resistant to this hormone's effects, referred to as leptin resistance, is now believed to be among the leading drivers of fat gain in humans. In fact, animal research links fructose intake to leptin resistance. In one study, rats became leptin resistant after being fed large amounts of fructose. Strikingly, when they reverted back to a sugar-free diet, leptin resistance disappeared. Sugar-sweetened beverages may be the leading dietary cause of type 2 diabetes, which is now third on the list. Type 2 diabetes is a common disease, affecting millions of people worldwide. It is characterized by elevated blood sugar due to insulin resistance or deficiency. Since excessive fructose intake may lead to insulin resistance, it is unsurprising that numerous studies link soda consumption to type 2 diabetes. In fact, drinking as little as 1 can of sugary soda per day has been consistently linked to an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. A recent study, which looked at sugar consumption and diabetes in 175 countries, showed that for every 150 calories of sugar per day, about 1 can of soda, the risk of type 2 diabetes increased by 1.1%. To put that in perspective, if the entire population of the United States added 1 can of soda to their daily diet, 3.6 million more people might get type 2 diabetes. The second to last on our list is the disease caused by sugar-sweetened beverages, fatty liver. When you drink sugary beverages, the fructose gets stored by the liver and binds to fats. This may lead to serious health consequences. Some fat is sent out to be used as part of your blood triglyceride levels, while some remains stored in the liver. Over time, this can contribute to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Drinking sugar-sweetened beverages is linked to weight gain. Fructose seems to be especially problematic for people who have dangerous levels of fat around their organs and belly. This fat, known as visceral fat or belly fat. Excessive belly fat can lead to type 2 diabetes and heart disease. In a 10-week study, people were given either fructose or glucose drinks. People who consumed glucose had an increase in skin fat, which is not linked to metabolic disease. On the other hand, those who consumed fructose saw their belly fat significantly increase. Last but not least is the problem that modern society is facing. Sugary drinks do not make you feel full and are enormously contributing to weight gain. The most common form of added sugar, sucrose or table sugar, supplies large amounts of the simple sugar fructose. Fructose does not lower the hunger hormone ghrelin or stimulate fullness in the same way as glucose, the sugar that forms when you digest starchy foods. So, when you drink a sugary beverage, the calories from it don't tend to fill your stomach as much as those from other food sources. People who drink sugary soda in addition to their current meals consumed an average of 17% more calories than before. Studies have shown that people who drink a lot of sugar-sweetened beverages tend to gain more weight than those who do not. The study revealed that each daily serving of sugar-sweetened beverages leads to a 60% increased risk of obesity in children. In fact, sugar-sweetened beverages are one of the most fattening aspects of our diet.